Well, praise the Lord, hallelujah, and thank you, Jesus. It's around that time right here on KAZ Radio where I have a new show, none other than Stella Girl Radio with none other than Stella Lewis. How you doing, Stella?
Hello, hello, hello. Stella Starlights, I am so excited tonight that you guys decided to come in here. But let me make my little disclosure. I am not a counselor, not a marriage counselor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a college graduate. What I am, though, is a spiritual woman, a moral woman, and a transparent woman. So basically, with all of that little bit being said, I just want you to know that I am so excited to be here tonight. I talked to y'all earlier today and let you know that we're going to have some fun tonight. So this is my question. Are you over 60? Are you dating? Are you thinking about dating? Do you want to date? Are you scared to date? Where you at? Well, the thing about it is that we all have somewhere that we need to be at this age in our lives. Either we are still married and we're happily married, or we sort of kind of happy married. Or either we are widowed, which that's what I am, or you're separated, divorced. And it's in that really funny part in your life where you really are like, I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm still waiting. I want to do it. So my question is that when you are in the middle of all of this chaos in your life, your kids are grown, you got pets. I have pets, and it's more so of really, how do you allow somebody to come in your space, especially if you was in a very long relationship. So with that being said, it's like I'm in this space of, do I want to start over in a new relationship? Do I want to pull somebody into this realm of where I am? How do I allow per se, how do I allow people to come into the space? So I know that the main part is that I have to relax. I have to see things for what they are, see people for who they are, because I'm very transparent. So it allows me now to understand what exactly it is and where I am in my life, where it really doesn't matter what exactly the situation is. I'm not, the red flags can wave, all of those other things, but I see it before it even happens now. I was born to be a wife. I know how to be a wife. I know how to be compassionate. I know how to be passionate. I know how to support, encourage, love, and make sure that my mate is very happy and satisfied in their element. However, sometimes you pick someone who basically is not ready for you. So when a person isn't ready for you, that means that they're not ready for themselves. They like what they see. They understand what they see. They want to be part of what they see, but they don't know how to bring anything to what they see. So how do you allow yourself to date? I don't know how to date. I've been married all my life. I've been married 3 times, but my first marriage, I was 19. So I was married to him. And then after we were kids. So it was a little too early. And ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It was too early. So then, we divorced, and 2 years later, I married my second husband. I was with that man for 25 years, y'all. On my 49th birthday, well, not on my birthday, but I was 49 years old when he passed away. Okay, then in walks husband number 3. I didn't have time to even find out who I was. All I know is that I didn't get the opportunity to allow myself to see who I am and what I wanted, because the second marriage was so harsh and so mean and hateful, to where all I was looking for somebody who really could see me for who I was. And again, you still looking for somebody to validate you. Now I'm in the sweet 60 stage, y'all. It's like it doesn't really matter what somebody else sees or wants. It's more so of I'm allowing people into my circle, but it's a different type of people that are in my circle. There are different people that are approaching me. There are different people that have different things to put on the table. I've sat the table many a times. You know how they say, what are you going to bring to the table? What do you got to bring to the table? Well, it's like this. I've always sat the table, brought the furniture to the table, the tablecloth, the dishes, the glassware, the flatware, and the food. Okay, I never allowed anybody to bring anything to the table because I wanted them satisfied before they even was qualified to eat the food that I set out. So now it's in that space of, all right, let the guy say what he wants on the table or either set the table out for me. I don't have to do anything. But at the same time, I don't have an issue with saying it's all right for me to help you. That's like if we go out to eat, we go out on a date. This conversation came up yesterday. Okay, we going out to eat. We just friends. Who's going to pay for the meal the first time? We friends. So, but the question is answered when the waitress comes up and says one check or two. That's the answer. Whoever says what, that's what it's going to be. Now, if we go out and he goes ahead and he pays for everything, and then when I get finished, I like to go dancing. I'm a dance queen. I love to dance. So when we get to the club to go dancing, what you drinking? What you want? It's my turn. I don't have a problem with that because if I'm pushing and you're pushing and we meet in the middle and we like really gel, that's great because it's not all on one person. Now, I need some folks to chime in if you out there and ask your questions on what it is that you want to know because I need some information to help me out a little bit because I'm fresh out here. I really am. And I'm not looking. I did that before. I've gone out there. It's time for somebody to choose me the proper way or however way, but I'm not ready to get into a relationship. Companionship is basically it. One guy may want to travel. One guy may just want to go out to eat. One guy may like concerts. But in companionship, that does not mean that sex is involved. So you have to understand that too. When you're out here, it's a lot of stuff going on. You got to be careful with yourself. So anybody out there have anything to say? Not anybody on the line yet?
Well, not yet, but there's people watching. But here's a question for you.
Okay.
Dating, when you say dating, explain that to us. Because I think we're too old to have boyfriends and girlfriends. So,
oh no, and that is for sure because there's nothing about me that is a girl, so I'm not a girlfriend. That's I'm not a girlfriend, and I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Basically, in dating is just more so of when you are in the space to allow someone to take you out. That to me is a date. Am I not right? Am I wrong in that? Because I feel like if a person asks me to go out, that is a date. I mean, am I wrong? Is it called something else now? Oh, it's called hooking up now, ain't it? Wait, I want to make sure. I wish my daughter Chelsea was on because she always gets me straight. Hey, Mom, that's not the right term. So I'm not sure what it is, but that's what I consider a date is when someone takes you out or you decide that you're going to meet up and get to know each other better over a meal or a drink or whatever. That's what I think. I think when you start having out-of-state things, I think that's a little bit more intimate. I think that's more so of now you have found a companion. That's what I think. On that note, I that's what I think. I'm not sure how that really works for people. But that's what I think it is.
So is there like an end purpose for dating? Is there an end, or is it just have companionship until the day you die? I mean,
Well,
talk to
I
me.
mean that's the arrangement that you make, because dating to me is arrangement. Because I'm not, if you are open for marriage and it ends up that you get married, that's an end result. But if you're not looking, is what it is what it is. It's something that you have come into feeling like you have made this discussion, you guys have talked, you've been out a couple of times. I really like you. I really think that you're a cool person. Well, well, okay, are we going to another level, or are we going to stay where we are? You know, that's something to me. That's the better way of slowing things down, instead of saying just because you get excited about the word marriage. Somebody asked me to marry them, and you feel like this is the most wonderful thing. You're excited about the word marriage, but you don't know what marriage is. People that get excited about that part, all the excitement, all the hoopla, all the spending of the money, everybody's coming, the dress is gonna be the bomb. However, when it's over with, that's over with. So what's next? You know, you need to know who you're dealing with.
You know, explain to me, like, what is it that women love that word marriage? They want to get married, but they don't know what comes after marriage. Why? I mean, is it just a fantasy that women have about getting
Of
married?
course, that's the fantasy that they've been sold all their life. To get a good husband with a good job that can bring the food home, and you stay with the kids, and that was what was sold to me. And the main part is if you understand that there's more to marriage than just the date, and understanding whether or not mentally the person that asks you really know what they're asking you. You are asking an individual to spend the rest of their life with you. You're asking an individual to be compassionate, understanding, loving, considerate, equal, positive. You got my shoulder, I got your shoulder, you know, because I always say my ears are open to hear you with, my eyes are to look at you, my arms are to hold you, but my heart is to love you. So if you think of those things, and when things come up, you have to allow a man to be able to be vulnerable and to open himself up to you. And don't judge him. If he starts to cry, let that man cry. Let him fall out in the floor if he have to, because you are his mate. You are the person that's supposed to have his back. And if you can't, then if you think that's silly of him, or that's weak of him, you will never have the full bulk of him, because he's afraid to show you him.
You know, I think that dating over 60, it's useless.
So when you say that, my mama got married at 62 for the third time. So what when you say that, in dating, so what you're saying is if you get with someone or start seeing someone and you like that person, should you just go ahead and marry them if they asked you? Or are you saying that you shouldn't do anything? You shouldn't have a person to go out the rest of your life, or have much time of happiness you can get.
I like the companionship piece. I think that's cool. You know, someone to go travel with and do things with and stuff like that. But marriage is a whole nother animal, and you and I both know that. You know, it's commitment. It's now seeing each other, not doing the fun times. It's seeing each other all the time.
All the time.
And over 60, does anyone really want to, commit to something like that? I mean, it just seems like it's just like the game is over to me.
Well, I can't say that, because I'm a type of person, I believe in love. So because I believe in it, I don't believe that now at 60 years old, I'm supposed to just sit here and go, oh well, and twiddle my thumbs and just hang out with the girls and that's it, because at some point in your life, you still want somebody to hold your hand. You want to kiss in public. People think that a person that's over 40 should not be doing public display of affection. I beg to differ, because I feel that a lot of our young people have nothing in front of them to show them what real love is. They have they don't understand that it's okay to be passionate in public, not vulgar, but passionate, so people know that you are in love, and it's okay. They go, oh, isn't that cute? Well, the main part is that you feel that. I never had a problem kissing my husband in public. I never had problems holding his hand in public. I had no problem with hugging him. He towered over me, but he always, made it comfortable for me to do so. I believe that in knowing that love exists, in knowing that there's still someone out there for you that is your compatible person, there's nothing wrong with you being out there with that, in the midst of everything.
Okay, Stella, listen. All
yeah,
right.
Come on, give it to me.
At 60, it's about retirement. It's about making sure you got some money coming in. It's business. I mean, you're talking love. To me, it's business. I mean, you didn't experience all your love in 19 and your 20s and your 30s, but now it's time, okay, I'm about to die in another 30 years. Okay. I need to make sure I got my insurance, my burial stuff together. I need to make sure that the house is... I mean, to me, it just seems like it's more of a business. And maybe I was taught wrong, and I'll admit that. But what about the business side of it? I mean, I understand.
Oh, you about to get it. You about to get it.
But what about the business side of it?
You about to get it. Because the business should have been taken care of 20 years ago. Your insurance and all that stuff, that should have been taken care of years ago. You should be straight to do nothing but enjoy at this point. That's where I'm at. Do I look like I'm ready to lay down?
So then the person you're dating, they should have their act together. So that would be a part of your prerequisites. There's still some sort of questions that you would ask that person.
Of course, right? Of course. And I hear people now in 30s and 40s. Their main question is, what is your credit score? I feel like I got what I need, I have what I want, and whatever you bring is extra. So that means your stuff has to be taken care of. Do you have life insurance, sir? Do you have any needy ex-wives or children that's gonna pose a problem? Or you got that 40-year-old daughter who still thinks she's 16 and she needs her daddy. Every time something turns around or we go out, the phone is blowing up because she wants her dad. Those are things that you need to know, and whether or not you will tolerate them. And I feel like it's not a business part. It's a business part if you plan on doing more than just being companions. If we just being companions, your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff, and we just hanging out.
Well, you got a friend here, Regina's like, she says everyone or everybody still wants to be loved, even at 60.
Yep.
I mean, let the kids love you. Let your grandbabies love on you. Let your
No. Now see, you talking that weird language now. You can't say that too loud now. It's and I have to admit this. 60 really is the new 35, 40. I'm serious. It really is, because I'm sorry. I still go out dancing. I still go out and enjoy myself. I do go
I
to
don't
bed
think a
early.
35-year-old is going to agree with you, but go ahead.
But hey, I'm just telling you how I feel as an individual. The only difference is at 35 or 40, I don't have no babies. That's the difference. My children are grown. I can hang out. I can do whatever I want that I didn't do when I was raising them. So, that's the best part. But yeah, Miss Gina, you are correct. Even at 60, even at 70, even at 80, if you can still hang, do what you need to do to go and enjoy yourself. Bus trips, who don't like going on a bus trip with your best friend?
Okay, so let's talk about a person that's over 60, and I know people that have gotten married over 60 and they have great relationships, but what does it take, for you at 60 to have a great relationship? What should you have learned over your lifespan
Oh my goodness.
makes a relationship great?
Oh my goodness. Hindsight is 2020. And when you're looking forward and you're looking at your mate, you see nothing of your past. And to be able to know that this person is caring for you as you care for them, their heart is open and ready to be the same way. They are not looking backwards. They're not comparing you to the ex, the widow. They're not comparing you to that person. So when they come in and they're coming in open, it makes a big difference. It does. It makes a big difference. You're able to love freely because you're not holding on to the past.
Stella, you know what? That sounds so beautiful. That's utopia. People gonna carry that luggage. I don't care what you say. They gonna carry that luggage. How
They
do
do.
you deal with people that's gonna carry luggage?
Leave them on the curb with their luggage and get somebody that don't have luggage. You can't. You know when a person got baggage when they're always talking about their ex-in-laws. They talking about all this different stuff. They bringing it up into your relationship. Well, I remember when and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's going to be reminiscence, yes. But for you to be compared to that relationship, I'm sorry, I wasn't with y'all.
But see, let me explain something to you. It may not even be said. It may be acted out. Your person that you're now with or dating may do something that will remind you of something your ex did. Now, you may not voice it, but your attitude and your actions will be like, why is she tripping on that? It's because it's something that you've been scarred with. How do you deal with that stuff?
Well, he needs to communicate. Because he's going, what did I say? What did I do? Ask me. And then it's like, and then if I say, oh, nothing. Oh, yes, it is. It's something. You got attitude. When I said that, what happened? What did I do to you? What exactly went down? Because you done talked about relationships and what happened and why you're single, why you're a widow. Well, we know why you're a widow, but what exactly what was that marriage like? What was that relationship like? If you have not communicated enough to where you almost feel each other's vibes, it's not even worth all of that. I think, and just like we discussed previously, when people stay in marriages that they have no business in, and they stay and they stay and they stay and they can't stand each other. What is that? You want to talk about abusive to yourself? Why would you stay in a relationship with a person that you do not trust, you do not like, you don't? It's like I can't do it. And there has to be, and it's most of the time is because it's familiar and it's comfortable, it's easy to stay versus packing up and leave. And so, but
So, I'm thinking that it's just best to go ahead and date and have fun and see, a variety of people for the rest of your days and leave marriage alone.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with having multiple people, It doesn't mean, again, that you're having sexual relationships with all of these people. What it means is, this person loves to travel. They're fun on a trip. This person is good for dinner. This person is good for dancing. This person is good for cabarets. This person is good for comedy. If it comes to that, it comes to that, because sometimes not one person can gel with you through everything, just like you can't with them. It's like if somebody can't dance and don't want to dance with you, why would you take them dancing?
Right. But what if one of those persons has something just special, and you just want to make that special person? Is that possible, or do you just ignore that feeling and keep on going?
No. That's when you start deleting the other people. You start deleting the other people. It's like, okay, this person really is special. This person really makes me feel like none of the rest do, and that's just it. It comes to that part to where you just have to let it go, and just start cutting it down.
Well, Stella, I know that you're going to be doing some things here lately. You're going to be doing some traveling and seeing the world and stuff. Is this a girl trip or is this a date?
Ooh. I wish it was a date. I might meet me a date. So basically, no, this is the Masons and the Order of Eastern Star trip. I was invited by another jurisdiction, which I was very honored that they asked me to come. And I just wanted to go and be a part of their ceremonies and just see what all that they do. And it's really longer than the time that I'm going to be there. It's really from the 4th all the way through the 13th or something like that of August. And I wish I could stay that long, but I'm staying 7 days, and I'm just excited. I'm just really excited. But who's to say? I might find me a date.
You may find it. You may find a date while you're there. Well, hey, if that's what you want, I hope you do.
Oh, by the way, we gonna broadcast from Puerto Rico. We gonna do Stella Girl Radio from Puerto Rico. I'm gonna be on the beach. I'll have clothes on, I promise. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I'm not quite sure what the topic is gonna be. I have a couple of them. I'm just trying to figure out which exactly that I'm gonna do. Next week, the plan is we was just speaking about insurance and about relationships in that, meaning, if you decide that you want a shack, you better understand, you better make sure he's tight, you tight too. Because just because you're not married don't mean that you won't be stuck trying to fry some fish for somebody's funeral and trying to get a GoFundMe account.
Wow. Well, Stella, we're about to end. We got 3 more minutes, actually 2 more minutes. Any last words?
Yes. Sometimes you really have to slow your life and understand exactly who you are. Knowing in your heart that you are of a pure spirit and that you only want to do good by other people. I always say pour honey on everything, because being sweet and being humble always makes people take you better. So with that, I would love to say thank you so much for coming out tonight, my Stella Starlights. I appreciate you. I thank you for hanging out with Stella Girl Radio Podcast.